Let's start with a truth most people don't want to hear. Love doesn't prove itself in flowers, dinners, or sweet words. Anyone can say, I love you. Words are cheap. Real love proves itself in the questions a man dares to ask. And if he doesn't ask them, it doesn't matter how many texts, calls, or compliments he gives. You're not building a future. You're just passing time. Most people misunderstand love. Men think it's about proving themselves, buying gifts, being always available. Women confuse attention with commitment, and both end up hurt. But there are two questions that separate a man who truly loves you from one who just wants you around until something better comes along. Think about it. Have you ever loved someone so deeply you thought about them all the time? You planned dates, sent sweet messages, cared about every detail. Then suddenly she pulled away. Cold, distant, unresponsive. You asked yourself, what did I do wrong? I gave her everything. But here's the truth. You gave her everything except what she needed most: clarity and security. Most people think love is about feelings, the butterflies, the dopamine hit when their name pops up on your phone. But psychology says feelings are temporary. What lasts are deeper questions. Do we fit into each other's lives? Can I trust you with my future? Most men never ask these because they're afraid of the answers. I once coached a man named Amir. On paper, he was perfect, successful, charming, devoted. He treated his girlfriend like a queen. But one day, she left without explanation. Heartbroken, Amir said, I gave her everything. I told him, you gave her comfort, not security. You never asked the questions that prove real love. When he finally learned them, his next relationship thrived. He wasn't just a man in love anymore. He was a man ready to build. Here's a truth men often miss. The harder you chase love, the faster it runs away. You think effort will bring her closer, but instead she drifts further. Why? Because what you chase, you train to run. Too much effort too soon creates pressure. It doesn't look like love, it looks like desperation. Maybe you've done this, sent 3 texts in a row, only to get one dry reply back. You thought you were showing care. She thought you were showing neediness. Humans value what feels rare, not what feels desperate. Attention is like sugar, it gives a quick rush. Attraction is like protein, it builds strength. And that comes not from endless attention but from respect, mystery, and the right questions. Take Sam. He texted his girlfriend every morning, bought her gifts, rearranged his schedule. On paper, it looked sweet, but slowly, she replied less, canceled plans, and finally said, you're so nice, but I'm just not feeling it anymore. Sam was crushed. He thought love meant doing more. But women don't fall for the man who gives the most. They fall for the man who makes them feel the most. And what makes her feel isn't constant affection, it's vision and alignment. Another client, David, used to flood women with messages. I asked him, who are you trying to convince, her or yourself? He realized he wasn't reassuring her. He was chasing his own insecurity. That's not love. That's dependency. And dependency repels. So what if, instead of chasing, you created space? Psychology has a principle called reactance. When someone feels their freedom slipping, they push back. Chasing suffocates freedom. Giving space creates choice. And ironically, she chooses you more. That's why men who seem effortless are often attractive. Not because they don't care, but because they don't chase. They align. Now, let's get to the heart of it. When a man truly loves you, when he's serious, he eventually asks 2 questions. Where do you see your future? And how can I be part of it? That's it. Not poetry, not endless promises, just 2 powerful questions. Because when love matures, the brain shifts from dopamine, which craves novelty, to oxytocin, which seeks bonding and security. Infatuation asks, how can I feel good now? Mature love asks, how can we build together? The first question checks for alignment. Asking where do you see your future is like checking flight plans. If she's going east and you're going west, no amount of in-flight snacks will make you land together. You can love each other deeply, but if one wants kids and the other doesn't, if one wants to settle down and the other wants to travel the world, love isn't enough. Luis, one of my clients, learned this too late. He was with his girlfriend for years. Certain marriage was next, but when he brought it up, she admitted she never wanted marriage, ever. He was devastated. 4 years gone. If he had asked earlier, he would have saved himself heartbreak. The second question, how can I be part of it, is where love becomes action. It's not just curiosity, it's commitment. One man says, I love you. You make me happy. Another says, I love you. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And how can I help make that happen? Which one do you trust when life gets hard? Always the second. Happiness is temporary. Support is forever. I worked with a woman who said, my boyfriend tells me he loves me, but he never asks about my dreams. He only wants fun, not foundation. She left. Because love without responsibility is just entertainment. Men, timing matters. Don't drop these questions on the third date. Wait until trust has built, then ask sincerely, I care about you, and I want to make sure we're headed in the same direction. Where do you see yourself in the next few years? Then listen. Don't argue. Don't twist her answer. Just listen. If visions align, then ask, how can I be part of that journey with you? That's not weakness. That's leadership. At the end of the day, love isn't proven in gifts or sweet words. It's proven in the questions we're brave enough to ask and the actions that follow. If he dares to ask, where do you see your future, and how can I be part of it? And then backs it up, you've found a man who's not just in love. He's ready to build.